Here we are at the train station inn in Tatamagouche, Nova Scotia. These cabooses are places you can stay in overnight. There's a couple of them also over here. They're done up as rooms. Lots of flies out here, so hope you're good for don't mind flies. And there's the main station. It used to be the original station. There's quite a story with it. I'll hopefully have a GoPro of that with the owner upcoming. But we're staying in this one, number 6. And I have a couple pictures taken from up there. It's a lot of fun. And not really Mary's thing, but here is the dining car we'll be in tonight. Cape Breton and Central Nova Scotia Railway, part of CN. CN logo on there. That is the parlorish car, which was actually stayed in by the Queen. Or I guess it'll be the Queen Mum, before Queen Elizabeth's mother. It's pretty neat. I'll have some footage of the inside of that later. There's people in it right now. And there's other private cars and so forth down there. There's the main train station, which has the gift shop and so forth in it as well. Hello everybody and welcome to Northeast Rails. So as you can see from the video up to this point, things are a little bit different today. Still train related, but a little bit different. I'm not going to have the layout on it this time. So in a recent vacation, my wife and I stayed in the train station inn, which is in Tatamagouche, Nova Scotia, Canada. And I even bought a couple of shirts at the gift shop and some stuff, typical touristy things. But one thing that I did get to do is secure a interview with the owner of it. His name is Jimmy. He's owned it for more than 30 years. It's been running as an inn for at least 30 years. And that interview is going to show some great footage of the whole area, and including some behind the scenes stuff that you wouldn't normally get to see. And you stick around to the end of the video, I have some inside pictures of the cabin that we stayed in, which was a caboose number 6, and some of the dining car stuff, and it's great stuff. Anyway, stick around and welcome.
Good morning. Welcome to the train station inn here in Tatamagouche. The train station itself was built back in 1887. It's one of the oldest still standing stations in Canada. And that's because our community never grew, so there was no reason to tear it down and build a larger one. So we still have the original train station here. We're going to go into the ladies' waiting room first. Of course, that's where the ladies waited to get on the train, and they'd buy their tickets there. So come follow me. So this originally was the ladies' waiting room. It's now part of our gift shop. It's much smaller than the men's waiting room. And if you come through here, I can show you where they bought their tickets. They would buy their tickets through this wicket here. Because now we're in the telegraph room, and this is where the station master would have worked. This telegraph was next to these windows, because of course they're next to the tracks. Through here, this would have been his office where he did his paperwork when the train wasn't running. And if you look close here, you'll see the wicket where the men bought their tickets, and the cash drawer, still original from 1887. Now we're going into our cafe, which was originally the men's waiting room.
You gotta try to get ones where the answer, some people are gonna get them. So it's keeping him busy.
And all these people here are waiting to get on the train. They're waiting for the jitney. The jitney was the last passenger train that came into Tatamagouche. So they're still waiting. They've been waiting about 65 years now for the train to come.
I beg your pardon.
So now we're out on the platform, and this is the collection of cars that I've turned into hotel rooms. We can't get you in any of the rooms right now because they're all occupied, but we'll go along the outside and tell you about them. The CBS 1000, that's a caboose. It originally was an international caboose, and I purchased it and I leased it to CBNS few years ago because they needed a caboose, and then I brought it here and turned it into a hotel room. Now, as you know, the Point St. Charles cabooses were all made out of box cars. The 1937 model of the box car was the first steel box car, and right here we have a 1937 box car. And when I brought this here, I was hoping to have an example of what the boxcar originally looked like and what it looks like today as a caboose. After I got it here, I discovered that in 1937 they built 3,000 of these cabooses, and this is the only one that's still left. So along here, we have our first wooden caboose. It's 1919. And then we have our dining car. We're going to give you a sneak peek because we're going to go in through the kitchen. So right along here, we haven't got the lights on yet this morning, and I can show you the original seats that were in this car, and they would fold out to make beds. So now we're in the dining area, and original to the car, 1928, is your floor, your mauve, and your green. Underneath the paneling that we have installed are the oak veneer walls and the oak ceiling. So we have a collection of hats here, and I have a collection of hats from all over the world, railway hats. So we have them here for our guests, and they all take them and get pictures taken with them, with these hats. My last two that I got was just a couple of weeks ago, and they're from France. And this one here is also from France, but this is a modern railway hat. Now we'll go out in the Viceroy car, the Alexandria, and it was built in 1905. So this is actually the staff's quarters of the Alexandra. This room here was for the chef and the butler. And this was your braking system. Because your braking system here is covered in cloth because it was the royal car. Here we have the gallery. And we still use the galley today. We use it for our pastry kitchen. The 1905 washroom for the staff, the original sink, and this would have been the aide-de-camp's office and bedroom here. Now we're out into the main part of the car, and this is where His Excellency would have traveled. The hardwood floor here is actually the original dining room. Here you would have had your first royal suite, a washroom, your next royal suite, and then of course the parlor for entertaining. So we've tried to furnish it as it would have been in the 1905 period. This is Queen Alexandra. This is who the car is named after, and that was our queen at the time, Queen of Canada. And Governor General who built this car was Governor General Earl Grey. And we all know Earl Grey because of the tea, and of course because of the Grey Cup. Now here we're on the platform. This is where the Governor General or any viceroys would have greeted the community people as they went through the communities. So on this siding here we have 2 cabooses and a boxcar and a speeder or trolley. And we also have a steam engine down here. Not the steam engine for the railway, but the steam engine for the lumber companies that were out in the woods. And this would be hauled out and fired up and used to run this lumber mills in the woods in the winter. So all of our railway cars are accommodations except for our dining car and for our lounge car. And they're all been modeled in different styles, keeping with the railway theme, but they all have queen beds or king beds. Some of them have fireplaces in them, some of them have kitchenettes in them. So we've developed them all as I went on, one at a time. As the customer's needs would come to me and they would say, well, we'd like to have this, we would incorporate that in our next car that we redid. So here we have the green caboose. This is 1912. And then we have a 1972 Point St. Charles caboose. And then we have a very rare flat top or transfer van. And I was very keen to get that one because there are only 6 left. And they built 210 of them. And then at the end we have an auxiliary caboose, and that worked on the wreck train out of Montreal. And so all of these are accommodations. We do open the 1st of May and we close on our Thanksgiving. And we do about 40,000 people a year come to tour the inn and to stay with us. And we're just, I guess you might say, at my age, I'm still playing with trains. I enjoy it. I'm here every day, and this is my train set. Welcome aboard.
So here's a couple pictures from inside the caboose that we were in. This is caboose number 6. There's a picture of me up in the top there. And a couple pictures of the food we had at the restaurant. It is a pricey restaurant, but it is an experience. It's not like a Wendy's or something, whatever. And I think we'll finish off with some pictures that I just took of the area. It's really nice pictures in the area around it. And finishing off with a look of the train station inn. Thanks for watching.